The Vocal Studio. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Vocal Studio Singapore's podcast Find Your Inner Voice. So we talk about singing, vocal coaching, music, and life around it. And we are the vocal coaches at the Vocal Studio Singapore. This is Hannah.
And I'm Hydir.
Nice to see you all.
Yes, and I'm excited to sing one of the best songs that I know. It's popular, a Korean ballad, and it's called I Miss You. But how do we pronounce it in Korean? Pogo. Yeah, okay. Pogo Shibda.
Very nice.
Pogo Shibda. Cool. Great.
Okay, so today's episode is about Coach Hydir trying to learn a Korean ballad song. Yeah, and maybe like through this like very quick learning session, he'll be able to address a little bit, of the challenging side as a non-Korean speaker for learning Korean songs, right? And then how I'll be able to share you some tips about how you can then handle those difficulties and possible challenges and make it a beautiful, nice song of yours. Yeah, so the song choice that we have made is, as he mentioned, 보고 싶다. Say it again, try.
Pogo.
보고?
Pogo Shibda.
Okay.
Shibda.
Yeah, very good. Nice.
Okay.
So the thing about Korean, consonants, to start from here. When you pronounce the B sound, or P sound, what's it? It's actually very light B. It's not even B. Bo go shipta is a little too strong. So instead of that, you really simplified with a light touch of a little breathy tone. 보고 싶다.
Pogo.
보고
Pogo Shibda.
Good. 보고 싶다.
Okay. Pogo Shibda.
Yeah.
Pogo Shibda.
Yeah.
Okay.
보고 싶다.
Okay, there's the intonation is different because I think what I feel when I say that word pogo shibda, I need to understand what it means. So what does it mean? It means,
보고 싶다 means basically I want to see you.
Okay.
보다
Okay.
is to see and 싶다 is I want to do something. So 보고 싶다 means I want to see you. Basically means I miss you.
Yes.
And in terms of the intonation in Korean, there's not so much that you will need to worry compared to the English songs. English songs I think has a lot more intricate expressions, right?
Yeah.
That is tied with the intonation. Korean language is not as rich and diverse in terms of all these ups and downs. Of course, there is certain ways of phrasing the words, but you don't have to worry too much about it. Okay.
All right.
Good. So this 보고 싶다, to give a little, introduction about the song. This one is originally sung by amazing ballad prince in Korea. His name is Kim Bum-soo. And the song, I think, came out in early 2000. Let me do my quick fact check about the song. So this Kim Bum-soo is a very beautiful ballad singer with a tenor voice. Has very nice high notes and also a mellow and a very lyrical expression. Good at not only ballads but generally many different kinds of genres. So okay, so this song came out in 2003. And if I remember right, it was originally inserted as the original soundtrack, the TV soundtrack, right, of the show The Stairs to the Heaven. It was that time very popular Korean drama, and Kim Bum-soo debuted without his face, basically, as a singer. As a singer, but nobody knew about his face until long time later. Yeah. Okay, so enough backstory. So we are jumping directly into now singing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Do you know like the basic melody of the song?
Yes. I think I do.
Okay. So he's going to sing the first part, and if there is anything that I need to correct you, then I'll be stopping. Okay.
Okay,
And then
anytime,
make
yes.
some comments.
Sure.
Okay. Good. Let's do this.
아무리 기다려도 난 못 가 바보처럼 울고 있는 너의 곁에.
Good. Amazing. Wow. Okay.
I'm not sure if I spoke the words correctly. Cute. Yeah.
So if you are singing Korean song, if you're trying to learn Korean song, actually, you will be very familiar with the Romanized
Okay.
lyrics, right?
Yeah.
Everything is written in the alphabet, and you're trying to pronounce it. And I just get amazed by the ability of this, all the students who reads it. So the first part was very good. 아무리 기다려도 난 못 가 바보처럼 울고 있는 너의 곁에.
Okay, the spelling is Kyuh. How do you pronounce it?
겨,
Kyo with the Y.
곁,
Kyo.
곁에,
Kyote.
곁에,
Gyo.
곁에.
Okay, it's K but it's Gyo. It's not Kyo.
It's not 겨, it's 겨.
Gyo. I wish I
It's
could
not
pronounce.
겨, it's 겨.
Lighter.
Lighter.
Gyo.
곁에.
Kyote.
And then 태
겨.
has a little more T sound. 곁에.
Kyote.
Mm.
Kyote.
Mm.
Okay.
So it goes 바보처럼. From there, if we continue from there, 2, 3.
바보처럼 울고 있는 너의 곁에. Struggling?
울고 있는 너의 곁에.
울고 있는 너의 곁에.
Good.
Okay.
Amazing. Usually in the regular lesson, I'll be letting you repeat this about 10 times.
Okay.
But we're moving on to the next one. 3 and
상처만 주는 나를
나를
왜 모르고 기다리니 떠나가란 말이야.
Good.
Okay.
That part. Yes, it's 떠나가란 말이야.
떠나가란 말이야.
Yes.
떠나가란 말이야.
Yeah. 떠.
더
This time it is
떠.
different. It's 떠.
thicker. 더
Yes. 2, 3 and
떠나가란 말이야.
yes, it's very strong attack there, right? And then we move on.
Okay.
2, 3 and
떠나가란 말이야. 보고 싶다. 이런 내가 미워질 만큼 울고 싶다. 내게 무릎 꿇고 무릎.
yeah,
무릎.
This one is written as it's interesting. 무릎 꿇고. 무릎 꿇고. It was completely correct, actually good, amazing. 내게 무릎
꿇고 모두 없던 일이 될 수 있다면 모두 없던 일이 될 수 있다면
모두 없던 일.
일
Yeah. 2, 3 and
모두 없던 일이 될 수 있다면 죽을 만큼 보고 싶다.
Amazing!
Am I doing it right? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm actually very amazed by
Cool.
the way you're singing this. Like, this is the first time I hear him sing. And this is actually quite impressive. I'm really amazed. Which was a part that you were not very sure?
Okay, it's actually the mudu uptu iri duel su itamyon.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm having trouble not just looking at the words and pronouncing it, but
Yeah.
also the flow and
Yes.
the duration of holding the consonants.
Yes.
Yeah.
모두 없던 일이 될 수 있다면.
Okay.
Yeah. So 모두 없 is 모두.
모두.
모두 없던 일이 될 수.
업톤. Do I have to say the N?
수 있다면. Sorry, it's 있다면, not 없다면. 모두 없던 일.
모두 없던 일이 될 수 있다면.
Yeah.
Okay.
The notes are slightly different, but I will just pass.
있다면.
모두 없던 일이 될 수. That's a different note. 3 and
모두 없던 일이 될 수.
That part. 일이 될 수.
일이 될 수.
That part. 일이 될 수.
일이 일이 될 수 있다면.
Yeah. And then the next part is really super high notes. But it was really good.
미치듯 사랑했던 기억이 추억들이 너를 찾고 있지만 더 이상 사랑이란 변력에 너를 가둘 수 없어. 이러면 안 되지만 죽을 만큼 보고 싶다. It's a nice song.
Amazing.
I
It's
love
a
this song.
really
It's
nice
really
song.
nice. Yes, it is.
Okay, so just now singing the first part of "I Miss You" by Kim Bum-soo. Yeah, in terms of language enunciation or pronunciation part, I know that some parts that you are finding difficult is differentiating 더. So for example, it's like 더 and 더 and 터. Right, so this consonant differences.
Can I repeat that again?
더,
더,
더, 더,
더.
더.
Thickest one.
No, it's very light one. 더.
더.
Yes.
It's somehow what I feel is it's allowing the tongue to just touch the hard palate
Yes.
and
더.
push the air out.
Yes.
더.
Yes.
Okay.
And it is different from 터.
더.
Yeah,
Tighter,
which is
tighter.
터. It's more voiceless sound, right?
Mm.
And it's also different from 더.
더.
Yes.
Okay.
So in Korean language, these are three different consonants, right?
Wow.
Same thing happens for the g sound. Ka, ka, and ka. They are different.
Ka.
Ka,
Ka.
ka,
Ka.
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 Yes. Ka,
Ka.
ka, ka.
Ka. Okay.
So we're becoming like a language school. Okay. Yeah, in singing and in pronunciating those words, correctly and accurately. So this might be a little bit of challenge. Another difficulty that I see in my students is also the pronunciation of o and u and O. This time it is a vowel, right? So in vowel, O and U, O, U.
O.
It's, like the Spanish O and Spanish U have very simple the pronunciation, which is O and U.
Okay.
That's similar. O,
O.
U.
U.
So these are not so hard. Now, if you go to the next level, there are the words that have O.
O.
Yes, O.
But still in the shape of O.
No, it's
O.
slightly bigger than O, which is O.
How do you Romanize it?
E-O.
E-O.
Yeah.
O.
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 To.
Okay.
Yeah.
O. Okay.
Yeah, that's one thing. And one last one that you might need to pay attention to is sound. Yes.
Okay, it's chesty.
It
chesty.
is chesty. You can later go to the mixed voice and the head voices, right? Noru.
Noru.
Yeah.
Noru.
Yes.
Noru.
Yes.
Okay.
Naru.
Naril.
Yes. So these are the sound.
Does it have a different meaning if I were to sing or say the word naril and narul?
No.
No.
It doesn't have different meaning.
Oh.
So lucky you.
Yeah,
So it's not that
okay.
super complicated. But naru. Naru.
Narul.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so other than that, actually, you did it really, really, really well.
Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yes.
I know that you're personally also teaching some students who are learning the K-pop songs and Korean songs. And what are the areas that you think can be challenging for your students when they're learning Korean songs?
Firstly, the students that are learning Korean songs, they understand the content of the song. They understand the lyrics and the story. But when I'm communicating with the student, what I feel they are struggling with is much of the techniques of singing and executing the notes, the melody. Yeah, language-wise, content-wise, they can understand. No issues with the storytelling. But it's the technique part of it, and singing the intonation and expression, basically expressing it out.
So it's more to do with the musicality.
Yes,
and expression.
expression.
Of course, it is tight. I think when you have a better understanding about what the lyrics is trying to say, then definitely it'll be more, natural and also easier for the singer to express themselves, right? So definitely, I think for the students who are learning Korean songs, I would advise them to at least get the translations of the songs for any language. I think it's the same. Whether you are learning Chinese songs, if you're not Mandarin speaker, if you're learning Japanese songs, right? And rather than just copying the sound in a very superficial level, when you have a better understanding about the actual story that's in the lyrics, it's definitely going to help better.
Yeah, and also one thing about ballad songs, I feel, is what stands out in expressing it is actually the mood of the song. And I don't really understand what the song is about or what he is saying line by line, but the melody is just telling me what to do. So you just follow the melody and it speaks for itself.
Many times I think you just need to trust that. Right? Cool. So as personally, how do you find learning or singing Korean ballad songs?
I feel it's fun. Fun, number one. Number two is that when I'm singing every word, I wish that I'm actually pronouncing it correctly.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a struggle, but along the way, as I'm singing it, I try not to stop, because I think when we're learning a song, any songs, can be any songs, we tend to stop. When we stop, the progression of learning will not be as good as compared to if you just go with the flow first and then revisit it later. So
I agree with that.
go with the flow first and then revisit it later.
Definitely very important. Amazing, great job, yay! This was our short episode of Hydir mastering the song by Kim Bum-soo, 보고 싶다. And if you're interested in learning more about Korean songs and also how to sing Korean song better, you can always ask us at the Vocal Studio Singapore. And yes, we'll be back with you with another interesting topic to share.
All right.
Alrighty. Bye bye.
The Vocal